Good day, it is July the 28th, and today we continue in Judges 14, going from the last part of 14, verse 14, that's 14b, and all the way to 17. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin Judges 14, starting at 14b, which is the last half of verse 14. 3 days later, they were still trying to figure it out. 15. On the fourth day, they said to Samson's wife, "Entice your husband to explain the riddle for us, or we will burn down your father's house with you in it. Did you invite us to this party just to make us poor?" First part of 16. So Samson's wife came to him in tears and said, "You don't love me, you hate me. You have given my people a riddle, but you have not told me the answer." The next part of the verse, 16b. "I haven't even given the answer to my father or mother." He replied, "Why should I tell you?" 17. So she cried whenever she was with him and kept it up for the rest of the celebration. At last, on the seventh day, he told her the answer because she was tormenting him with her nagging. Then she explained the riddle to the young men. Okay, he told the riddle. Out of the eater comes food, and something about something about being strong or whatever, sweet. And 3 days later, they're still trying to figure out. This is beyond the third day of the festival. It's a 7-day festival. On the fourth day, they said to Samson's wife, "Entice your husband to explain the riddle for us, or we will burn down your father's house with you in it. Did you invite us to just make us poor?" They're saying, "Look, you knew he was going to do this. You knew what the bet was. Did you do that so you can get some more, get rich? Because of 30 garments of fine linen and 30 sets of festive clothing, that's expensive." They would have been broke and embarrassed. So Samson's wife, this is the first part of 16, came to him in tears and said, "You don't love me, you hate me. You give my people a riddle, but you haven't told me the answer." She was crying on his neck every time she was with him, every time she summoned the party. Wah! I tell you, she must have been a very good nag. And he was weak and pompous. "I haven't even given the answer to my father or mother," he replied. "Why should I tell you? Look, I haven't told that. I haven't even told my mom or dad. Why should I tell you?" And let's look how cruel the Philistines were. Because they were going to get broke, they were going to burn down her house with her in it. So she cried whenever she was with him and kept it up for the rest of the celebration. She wore him out. At last, on the seventh day, he told her the answer because she was tormenting him with her nagging. Then she explained the riddle to the men. Okay, she was persistent. She must have been a very good nag. And he's a braggart, a boastful. He's pompous. So there's really no good person here, I should say. Proverbs 28. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are secure as a young lion. Okay, that means if you know you haven't broken the law, you're not going to avoid the police. But if you know you got a warrant out, or even just something wrong with the registration of your car or license plate or something, you might try and avoid them when you see them. 2. For the transgression of a land, many are the princes thereof. But by manner of understanding and knowledge, order shall long continue. The righteous will restore order. A poor man that oppresses the weak is like sweeping rain that leaveth no food. The poor stealing from the helpless, they leave nothing. Verse 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. Look, you're either on God's side or not. If you're not, then you fight with those on God's side. If you are, then you fight with those who are not on God's side. Not every fight is physical or even argumentative. It's by example a lot of times. 5. Evil men understand not justice, but they that seek Yahweh understand all things. Evil men don't understand the need for justice. I want what I want when I want it. 6. Better is the poor that walketh in integrity than he is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. Better poor and righteous than rich and perverted. 7. A wise son observeth teachings, but he that is a companion of gluttonous men shall shame his father. 8. He that augmenteth his substance by interest and increase gathereth for him that is gracious to the poor. 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer is an abomination. Yeah, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't have to listen to you. Oh, by the way, can you help me out? 10. Whoso causes the upright to go astray in an evil way shall fall himself in his own pit, but the wholehearted shall inherit good. 11. The rich man is wise in his own eyes, but the poor that has understanding searches him through. 12. When the righteous exalt, there is great glory, but when the wicked arise, men must be sought for. 13. He that covereth the transgression shall not prosper, but whoso confesses and forsakes them shall obtain mercy. You can't hide sin. And notice it says confesses and forsakes them. 14. Happy is the man that feareth always, but he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into evil. 15. As a roaring lion and a ravenous bear, so is a wicked ruler over poor people. They just destroy them. 16. The prince that lacketh understanding is also a great oppressor, but he that hath hated covetousness shall prolong his days. 17. A man that is laden with blood for any person shall hasten his steps to the pit. None will support him. 18. Whoso walketh uprightly shall be saved, but he that is perverse in his ways shall fall at once. 19. He that tilleth his ground shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain things shall have poverty enough. Yeah, you chase empty things, you will be broke. Whereas if you work, you will have enough. 20. A faithful man shall be abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be unpunished. 21. To have respect to persons is not good. That means you base your judgment on who they are. For a man will transgress for a piece of bread. 22. He that has an evil eye hasten after riches, but knoweth not that want shall come after him. 23. He that rebuketh a man shall in the end find more favor than he that flattereth with his tongue. He may not like it at first, but he will come back and say thank you for telling him he was wrong. 24. Whoso robbeth his father or his mother and saith, it is no transgression, the same is a companion of a destroyer. 25. He that is greedy of spirit stirreth up strife, but he that putteth his trust in Yahweh shall be abundantly gratified. 26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but who walketh wisely, he shall escape. Walking wisely is being on God's path. 27. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his eyes shall have many a curse. Yeah, if you have enough to help someone, and you don't, when you know they're in need, yes, you should have many a curse. Whereas if you try and help the poor, you will always have enough. And 28. When the wicked rise, men hide themselves, but when the righteous perish, or when they perish, the righteous shall increase. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.